And
We are live. We are live, mister. We are live.
Deval.
What does that say in the background? Does it say love? It does say love, yeah?
Where?
Over your left shoulder. Was it in the window? Yeah.
There.
There's a
Oh
word there.
shit! It does. Yeah, it
Is
does.
it?
Oh my god! Can you
see?
see that in there?
I can, mate, I can read
Oh,
forwards, backwards,
this guy,
sideways.
man, his eyes, like his
Huh?
beady eyes, looking everywhere.
Read. I'm like
You know.
Richard Reed.
So, Devaldo, we're back
Mm,
again for
we're back.
episode
Yeah.
325.
Because we're just staying alive, staying alive.
Mm,
Ha,
mm,
ha,
mm,
ha,
mm.
ha.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Is that where that came from?
That's where it comes from. That's where it
Is it?
is from Staying
Oh,
Alive. That one.
gosh.
All right. So listen up, folks. You've downloaded episode 325. So stick around for the next kind of 45 minutes. We've got the usual stuff for you, throwing in some news, throwing in some trailers. Well, one trailer actually. Streaming. We've got to speak about streaming, Deval. And then anniversary corner. So let's do all that. But before we do that, Deval.
Yes, we've got some shout outs, a handful of shout outs. First one goes out to Ciel Noir 3. Go check her out on the Instagram. As I just said it, Ciel Noir 3. Go check it out. We always say when you go to Instagram, you're going to be in a much better place after you come back off. Really cool person, into movies. We're going to get one on the show. We keep saying it. We're going to get him on the show. We're going to get him on the show. She actually came on the show about 2 years ago, which is like proud on our part. But I know she's interested in lots of movies. The last time we did, I think Spider-Man, not Spider-Man. It was Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
That's it.
The first one. The second one's coming out this year, but maybe we'll get her on before that. But big shout out to her. Always communicating and chatting on Instagram. Next shout out goes to our very own Emmanuel.
Where is Manny? Manny, what are you doing right now? Where are you?
Exactly. Right now he's listening, because if you speak to him, you'll speak back. You know that. Yeah. If you say to him, 1 + 1 is. Right now he's saying 2. Now he's saying 2.
Best be saying it seriously.
Right, maybe it's 3. It depends. Sometimes you get more than you bargain for. But big shout out to him. He'll be on the show again at some point real soon. Zakharov, we haven't spoken to Zakharov in a while. I haven't heard from him in a while. Zakharov, hope you're cool. Again, another person that always listens to the show, always posting, loves his movies, loves a hidden gems. Yeah, loves a hidden gem.
And Zakharov, you got to come back on, man. Yeah. You got to come back on, man. There's got to be one movie that you're
still got to do that film, Strange Darling.
Strange Darling.
Yeah, we've got to do it.
There's got to be one movie that you're dying to speak about. So whatever that is, let us know and we'll speak about it, and we'll have you on the show. And who else?
Last shout out goes to Leia 78 on Instagram. So Nana Elaine on Instagram. Big TV and movie buff. She's coming to the show soon. She's coming to the show soon.
100%.
So you're going to see her soon. You're going to see who I'm talking about. Loves movies. So you'll see her passion soon. So
I love that, because you know what it is. Every week I do this and I just see your face every week, Deval. It'd be great to kind of have someone else.
Isn't it?
It could be great to have someone else to pick their brain a little bit. No, I'm just joking. So thanks for those shout outs. So remember, folks, keep it locked with us on Deval.
On Instagram, X, Facebook. We've got TikTok as well, whatever, all of it.
Get in touch with us and we'll shout you out on the show. All right, let's get on to movie news now. Devaldo, I think we've mentioned this before, but it's worth having a bit of an update. Jason Momoa, he can't get away from DC Universe. So obviously, famously, he was Aquaman. He appeared in the Justice League and he had 2 standalone movies, which didn't. Where did we land on the whole kind of Aquaman? Like, where was it?
The first one was a billion. The first one was $1 billion movie.
It smashed.
Like,
it did really well.
Whether you like it or not, it was $1 billion movie. Second one wasn't, and it wasn't that good.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of started on a high and it ended on a low. But check this out. I've mentioned this on the show before. He's been now cast as Lobo. So DC's Lobo Deval.
Is it confirmed?
Yeah, so he's basically been out there and he's basically saying, look, it's going to be happening. So he's going to have like a solo movie called DC's Lobo, played by Jason Momoa. And I don't know, some people are saying, well, Aquaman, now Lobo, isn't it a bit kind of close to home? But we've seen this happen before.
Conflict of interest. I've never seen someone play. I think, have we seen
There's
someone
one
play two more? Well,
major
Chris Evans. Chris Evans done the Human Torch,
Yes.
and then Captain America. But then at the time, it was Fox and Marvel, so two different studios that at the time wouldn't overlap.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I don't know what DC is playing at, but yeah, I guess maybe they'll never overlap. Maybe because Aquaman's gone, he's dead. Maybe he knows that, and he's moving along now.
Yeah, so he's actually going to be appearing in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow first. So we're going to get, like what they do, Devaldo. They, you know what they do nowadays. They tease the character,
yeah,
and then there's obviously then going to be a kind of like a Lobo movie. So he's going to appear in that, and he's kind of like this bounty hunter with, he's like a scary Wolverine.
Yeah. But he looks like the character. Like he plays characters like. I guess Aquaman could look like anyone, but Lobo looks like Jason Momoa, and vice versa. It's like he could very much fit into that character without even having to change the way he acts or anything. So it's a good fit.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, he looks the part, and obviously it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. But a lot of people out there are kind of like Aquaman, Lobo, maybe. So we'll see what happens with that one. I just thought it's worth mentioning that one. Now let's speak about the other stuff that I want to kind of get through. Renewed and cancelled. Deval, this is the season where seasons are made or
they fade.
Or they fade. Yeah, I was waiting for you to just throw in, just chuck your line in there. So check this out, right? Some shows in there. I've got to speak about shows that we love. Where's my little notes thing over here? I want to kind of get through this. So check this out. I'm going to quickly run through these. So these are getting renewed. This is coming up. Ted Lasso season 4, Paradise season 2, Lord of the Rings, Devaldo. I haven't even finished the first season. They're doing a season 3.
Of what Ted Lasso did he say?
Ted Lasso, yes, but Lord of the Rings.
What Lord of the Rings? What the TV show? The
TV show. I haven't even finished the first season, and they're already renewing it for a third season.
Oh my gosh! The same. I haven't finished the first one as well.
Yeah, which is so weird. Paradise. Now you spoke about Paradise.
Yeah.
And I think they're still showing it, but they've already renewed it for a second season.
Okay.
White Lotus. They've already renewed.
Yeah.
Currently watching the third season. That's going to be 4th season. Dune, which I haven't even seen yet. You've seen second season.
I started seeing that. Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Yeah. Okay. Silo, they've renewed for season 4 and 5.
But season 3 hasn't come yet, has it? Season 2 just finished.
Oh shit! Oh, so we're getting season 3 and 4 then.
Okay.
And yeah, so season 2 I've already seen. We're getting season 3 and 4, and that's it. The Agency season 2, that's happening. The Day of the Jackal, that's happening. Slow Horses, we're getting 2 more seasons, so they've already confirmed it. Reacher, it's already been confirmed. Another season's coming. Night Agent, another season's confirmed. Severance, another season confirmed. Now, the 2 that I'm like feel bad about, Teacup, which is this one that appeared on.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
It was good, sci-fi, crazy, Lovecraftian. They've cancelled it. And then the other one, The Old Man, which is this kind of gritty spy thriller. Who do you remember the villain from Iron Man Part 1? Jeff Bridges. Is it Jeff Bridges? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obadiah. That name, Obadiah. So
he built that suit in a box, in a cave, or something.
So he plays this kind of spy who's been off the grid for years and years and years and years and years. But then somehow he gets found out and people are after him. They cancelled it, man. It was such a great show. But anyway, yeah. So why do these shows get made and then cancelled after one season? It's like numbers game, Deval.
Yeah, audience figures, money talks. If people don't watch it, there's no appetite. Advertisement's not going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Subscriptions aren't going to pay for it. So it needs to go. That's it. That's how TV is. That's the business.
And you know what? That feeds nicely into this next one. Season 5 of Prison Break. people, I think it was season 4 and 5, Deval, we switched off. People were kind of annoyed. They were pissed off. And they were done with the whole Lincoln and what was his name again? Lincoln and Michael.
Yeah.
However, Schofield. So check this out. But Prison Break is coming back, but there's going to be a reboot. But they're done with the whole Lincoln Burrows and Michael Burrows storyline. It's going to be new characters. However, the twist there is they're going to bring back some of the people from the old school. So
is T-Bag still around, or did he die?
Yeah,
T-Bag, that guy.
That guy, man. Seriously, there's
it's not
some
going to be
characters
very hard
that
to find the Mrs. Gulak in a time like this.
It'd be interesting. Some of the characters would be interesting to see. But Lincoln Burrows and his brother, done.
They got to done the show, man. Prison Break.
Exactly.
They started. I remember. I think it was season 3. They started breaking into prisons. It kind of reminded me a bit of Casa de Papel, Money Heist, where they breaking in. Yeah, break into stuff, like the whole drawn out, like, plot, and the sort of I don't know, the sort of at the end when you get the what's the word I'm looking for?
Finale or something.
Yeah, like not the finale, but you get the payoff. You get the payoff.
At the end,
when you see actually what happened, and it's like you're almost tricked into believing they're going to get caught, but then they're not caught.
They're not caught. So, I know. Yeah, and that's the same thing what happened with Prison Break. Like the first 2 seasons, couple of seasons, it was great and everything, but then it just kind of went weird. But anyway, the point is we're getting a reboot, and it's going to be old school with new school, but it's going to be, the premise is going to be the same, Devaldo. Someone is breaking into prison to do some shit, and so we'll see what happens with that one. So Deval, I want to hear about this, because this news that you put on there about Snow White. What is the backlash? Because I've heard it's maybe not going to do well at the box office as well.
Yeah, the whole backlash. I mean, the backlash started from years, a while ago. Definitely some time ago when we first heard it's coming out. We first heard that the Rachel Ziegler was going to be the main actress. The kind of I guess race swapping. People expected Snow White to be sort of the stereotypical sort of white person from the cartoons and so on. Also the 7 dwarfs as well. They're not played by
is it CGI?
Yeah, they're CGI. Yeah. Okay. I think Disney felt that playing or using characters that, I don't know what the term is, whether it's dwarves or little people, but using people that are more genuine to the type of person in the role, actual dwarves. They felt it was going to be some sort of backlash, and they felt that it was politically incorrect, and it was all that sort of thing. So lots of people have just been like, especially in the internet, it's been going crazy.
Even Tyrion Lannister, even he had something to say.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage chipped in and said that it's wrong, it shouldn't happen. I think they really listened to what he had to say. But other sort of dwarf actors and stuff, they've come out and said, no, actually, we would love to play this role. We don't get many roles that are specifically designed, or created for us. So we're missing out. Instead, now it's going to be computers having all the fun and getting paid. Also, the premiere didn't happen.
Shit.
There was no premiere. So from what I understand, I mean, opening weekend, I believe it's done in America. I think it's done about 50 million opening weekend, I think. So I think internationally, or all over the world, I think it's done maybe double that, I think.
Okay.
So around $100 million worldwide box office so far. So I think it cost about $350 to make, $350 million. So whether it makes it back, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people are saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, some people are saying the actual film is quite shit, but the actress Rachel Ziegler is a good singer, and she can sing, and she's not as bad as people felt. But they just felt that like the whole film as a whole is just not all that. Like even the Prince Charming is meant to be sort of dumbed down. He's meant to be just a bumbling kind of things. Very, very much how sort of politics is at the moment, and making sure that you don't upset certain groups of people. So I think the film kind of does that. I mean, I'm not gonna. I was never gonna watch it anyway. I don't really
I'm not going to
care
watch it. Like,
my kind of film, so I wouldn't watch it regardless of who's in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the box office might speak about this one.
Exactly. And then there was this controversy around the fact that Rachel, she said some things, she got a bit political about it as well. And even when they had Little Mermaid, people.
Yeah.
Remember the whole thing with Little Mermaid? I can't remember the actress's name.
Because she's black, in it. Hailey Bailey.
Yeah, exactly.
She's black. People didn't like that.
People, and they got people with this Snow White, they got to stick up their ass as well for this one. So interesting. In this day and age with the whole kind of political climate and everything, it's interesting to see how these movies do. All right, okay, let's get on to new on streaming. Now, we've spoken about this a little bit before. But yeah, man, this is Adolescence. This is done really well in other countries.
It's been number one. It has been number one on Netflix.
Thought only do really well in England.
That's what I thought.
No, people in America are talking about this.
It's not just the way. This has hit so many categories. It's well acted, well produced. So the technicalities of it is well produced. It's hitting a category, a conversation that is very, very poignant in society, with the whole masculinity thing. The sort of red pill society, culture movement.
Yeah,
I mean, so there's lots of, and we've got people that go to school shooters, and there was a case in the UK where a young man killed his
18-year-old,
he killed 18-year-old exactly. 18, he killed his mum, brother, and sister, and he was planning to go and shoot up the school. Exactly. It didn't happen, but that's what he was planning to do. He had watched Andrew Tate videos. He had watched videos about the school shooters in America. I can't remember what their names were. But
Sandy Hook, I think it was.
I think so. One of the biggest school shooters in America. He watched that. He wanted to eclipse that, and he actually had a number of people he wanted to kill to make sure that he was the most prolific school shooter in the world. So that's what he was planning to do. So you got all these instances of these things that happen with young people, and this film touches on it. I think when we reviewed it, actually looking back, this film needs a full-on review, because I thought that, because I know the director is of Boiling Point. It's one take.
Yeah, one take.
I thought that this was done with some sort of special editing, that it wasn't one take. I watched the making of this. Do you know that every episode was literally one take? The first episode, they said they captured on the second take.
Oh, shit.
The third and fourth episode, I think they captured in like the 12th or 14th take or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
So
they had to do it.
Yes, if a mistake happens, you start again. They rehearsed for weeks. They blocked everything. They rehearsed to make sure they get it right on the day. But like, if you see the making, I'll send you the link. Go watch the making of it, because when they're filming it, let's say someone's going upstairs, so the cameraman will be walking with them. There'll be another cameraman upstairs waiting for him to pass the camera. So as they're walking up the stairs, he films them behind. He's going like that, and the person's upstairs, and they get the camera, and then they carry on. When they go into a car, like nothing, it doesn't stop. It's crazy. Like, if they walk through a door, someone's behind the door to get the camera, because they can't fit and do everything. So they have to be really clever about how they keep the camera moving.
The one bit that I found, which was mind blowing, was there's a scene. I think it's the second episode where there's a chase scene. The drone,
yes, in the school.
Drone, and then how? So, and that
they
one,
they showed it.
They hold the drone.
Yes, they show that the person's filming it, and then they hook it onto the drone, and then the drone kind of takes it on. But yeah, everything's one shot. That's why they even say, because even when I was watching it, my missus said it's almost like watching a theatre play.
Yes,
so especially the third episode when it's just the interrogation.
Yeah,
it's like watching the theatre. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, that whole thing was, and he's a young boy. He needs to get an award for that.
You know what?
This is crazy.
This the new. They have those awards. What is it? BAFTA. I don't know. The new.
He needs to get an award for that. And this award season's gone now. They should have been released earlier for award season.
Man.
Yeah.
as a pure kind of like filmmaking exercise, it's amazing. The subject matter which you've touched upon is like is deep. It's very relevant. But yeah, man, I just thought it was just wow.
Watch it. If you ain't seen
Powerful.
it and you're listening to us, stop the podcast. Go watch it because it's
now.
really good.
And watch it in one viewing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's get on to one take. All right. Let's get into trailers now. Listen, we've had on the show the last couple of weeks, Devado, we've had like loads of trailers. There's been so many movies, and I can't wait to watch some of the stuff that we've actually seen. This one, I didn't actually get a chance to see this, but so you're going to have to speak about this. This is called Together.
Yeah. So Together. This is. My gosh, how do I describe this? This is a bit weird. And I tried to find trailers that were a bit weird because to match with the sort of film that we're going to be watching today. But Together is... it stars... Who are these people that it stars? Alison Brie, Damon...
Alison Brie we've seen before, haven't we?
I don't know. Her face looks familiar. Dave Franco's in it.
Oh.
It's directed by Michael Shanks. His name sounds familiar. Michael Shanks... Okay, no, I don't. That's not familiar, but but yeah. So this film, basically, a couple moves to the countryside, and it triggers a supernatural incident. It triggers a supernatural incident that drastically alters their relationships, existence, and physical form. So together, something I don't know what's going on with this environment, but some things.
This
Together.
doesn't sound good.
Yeah, there's a scene where, like, in the trailer, like he's in his mouth, hair starts to. He's pulling hair out his mouth. He's fusing, I think, with his wife.
Oh my!
And like, there's a scene where like these animals are looking at each other, and it's like I don't know what it is. I don't know how it happens.
It's like a body horror.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit. Also, you can think of it a bit like a. What's that sci-fi where they go into the Annihilation?
Oh,
Annihilation where things. Yeah, so it's not as it's not as graphic as that. This is a bit more subtle, but this is weird. This film looks good weird. Good weird. Yeah,
exactly. Good weird.
Watch the trailer together. Watch it, and it's called Together for a reason. Yeah, it's because A24 as well. I think A24.
Stuck together.
It's A24. I think it might be A24. It looks like it should be. Yeah, exactly.
It should be exactly. All right. Okay. Well, go check that trailer out.
I know it's Neon. Sorry, Neon, which sometimes can be
like.
Yeah, exactly.
Neon and A24. They kind of have those types of movies.
Yeah.
So go check that out, folks, and let us know what you think. Get in touch with us on YouTube, on Instagram.
Sorry to interrupt you. Filming locations. Guess where they filmed?
England.
Melbourne. They filmed in Melbourne. Yeah,
It must have been cheap. It must have been cheap. They must have got some deal, man.
Yeah.
They got some. Okay, that's interesting. So that'd be worth a watch. So that means then this movie they should probably show it here then.
Exactly. It's out in August, so we've got a while to wait. 1st of August, it should be coming out.
All right. Okay, let's move on to Anniversary Corner. And so Deval, man, you've pulled one out. Colonia from 10 years ago. Now, hang on a second. Is this the one with the Harry Potter girl?
Yes, Emma Watson.
Emma Watson. Now, you know, this Colonia, this one is based in a story in Chile.
Is it? What do you mean?
This is a true story. So this...
Is it?
Yes. So this one... So after the Second World War, you know, like how Nazis, they basically fled. They were to
Argentina and stuff, isn't it? And some places.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So some people went to Brazil, some went to Argentina. This guy, he went to Chile. And he set up, in the south, on the south of Chile. And he basically set up this community. And in this community, Devaldo, the bad shit was going down. And then for years and years and years, it was kept secret. They didn't know what was really going on because he was actually, he still had ties, or he had lots of money. and he was basically paying people off so they wouldn't investigate, and abuse, sexual, lots of shit went down. And yeah, man, this is basically a true story. I can't even remember what the guy's name was.
There was some sort of like a post or like a former Nazi cult.
That's it.
These people, yeah, some sort of former.
Yeah.
So
Daniel Brühl's in this one, I think.
Yes, yeah. So I guess the sort of German connection there. So the synopsis is: a young woman's desperate search for her abducted brother draws her into the infamous Colonia Dignidad. Dignidad. Does that mean society or?
Yeah. Like Dignidad is dignity.
Dignity. Okay, a sect nobody has ever escaped from. So yeah, and somebody has actually said on IMDb. So somebody's actually said that, I'm going to read it out actually. Despite having found this documentary incredibly powerful, it concerns me that there was no Chilean actors in the production. Given that Colonia affected and tortured and abused people in Chile.
That's it.
The person said that they were in Chile at the end of the reign of the oppressive regime of Pinochet.
Yeah.
And they found that the film lacked any sort of, Chilean voice. So somebody was very, very unhappy about that. So yes, I didn't realize that when I found when I found this.
That was it. Paul Schaefer. Schaefer. That was the guy's name, and he would basically. So like you get these cults where they kind of, apparently they were saying like there was like sex and like kids were just being educated there and abused and all that sort of stuff. It's nasty shit, man. Nasty.
See, these are the films that should do really well, but the budget was 14 million.
And
worldwide gross.
It did really shit at the box office.
Worldwide gross 3.5 million. Worldwide gross in America. So it's gross US and Canada 15,000.
It's nothing.
15,000 in the whole of America and Canada. So more people saw it outside of the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, she was Harry Potter. She would she was in the Harry Potter movies. Yeah, but that's interesting because we bring obviously that in our anniversary corners. Go check that movie out because it leads nicely into, this movie from 10 years like now, 2025 called Opus. Now we saw I remember watching the trailer for this and it was a mad one. And unfortunately it's not out here. So so Deval, you take it away, man.
Yeah, so Opus.
And this is A24, right?
A24, say no more. Yeah.
There you go.
When I say to you Opus, what does it mean?
Opus Magnus, I think of, or like something grand.
Yes. So magnum opus, so magnum, a magnificent, a big. Yeah. So the word opus means piece of work, or sort of, I guess, translates into some sort of piece of work, creation. Okay. It's usually in a musical context, usually. So that's what Opus is. And Opus is A24 film, directed by Mark Anthony Green. That name rings a bell, but no, it doesn't. Okay, no, actually, no. This is their. Oh my gosh!
Oh shit!
This is their first feature film.
Okay, how do they get?
They've done a short film in 2017, and then they've done this. That's it on IMDb. That's it. Wow. That's it.
Maybe we need.
That's going to be us when we do our film, isn't it? That's going to be us. Yeah. Yeah, they give people a chance, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. So so this film stars our lady from The Bear, Edebiri, John Malkovich, who we've seen with many years, and Juliette Lewis. They're sort of the main sort of cast. So this is about so John Malkovich. He's the sort of opus in this. He's like a musician who, imagine if what's his name? I always forget his name. The English guy who's passed away that everyone loves, the musician, spiky hair from the 80s and all that. You know what I'm talking about.
Who the hell's that?
He's passed away. Like you'll usually see a mural of him or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Keep talking.
Help me. He's passed away. He was in the film as well. The fantasy film as well with, I don't know.
Oh, David Bowie.
David Bowie, yeah. I don't know. Imagine if David Bowie was still around. Yeah. So someone like David Bowie, let's say his last album was, I don't know, 1990. That's his last album. And then he comes out with an album now. Imagine how the world
People
would.
will go mad.
Exactly. That's this as well. That's Opus. So
Oh,
John
okay,
Malkovich,
gotcha.
he's a musician. He hasn't done anything in nearly 30 years. And then all of a sudden, he just releases a video. Sorry, he releases an album.
Yeah.
And the way he releases the album, he doesn't need to do any marketing. It's him. Do you know what I mean? It's him.
Yeah.
He just announces it, and then before the album comes out, he invites a select group of people to come to his compound, to come to where he lives, and listen to his album before it's released.
So
That's
they can
what happened.
experience it.
Exactly, because it's more than just pressing play. It's like you say, it's an experience. It's something that is like people will pay millions to have this experience, but he has to select a certain few. So he selects Io, Edebiri,
Yep.
and a few other people. She's a journalist, by the way. So she works in a sort of magazine, I think it is. She's a journalist. Her and her boss are invited. Other people are invited, like a social media person's invited, another photographer's invited, a journalist, people that are in and around the media, you know, because they're going to come and report back, aren't they? Yeah. So they're invited. She's really shocked to be invited. She's a bit of a nerdy character as well. She's a bit like, oh, okay. Oh, who me? Kind of thing. Oh, okay, I'll come. She's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
The way she carries on. So they're all invited to his place, and when you get there, it's like a how do I explain it? You know, Jonestown.
Yeah.
You know, what's his name? David. What was his name? Jim Jones. Jim Jones.
Yeah.
You know the cult that all sort of Kool-Aid, the ones that killed themselves in 1978, I think, but ages ago.
And that's where the phrase comes from.
Exactly, drank the Kool-Aid. So when you go there, that's the kind of vibe you get. So it all looks very culty. Everyone's very. Everyone's just like that.
For people who are listening, Deval just did the creepiest face.
Yeah, they're just like.
It was like, oh my gosh.
Very happy, just very. Everyone's like it's just weird,
like
and everyone's
on a level, on a trip or something.
Eating off the land, and which I'm not saying it's weird, but they're very detached from society, is what I'm trying to say. When they get there, they have to hand in their mobile phone. There's no communication with the outside world, and they all get a chaperone. So someone
and that's what they do in cults.
You see, so someone that hangs around with them 24/7. So when they go to their room, if they open their door, the person's standing outside like that.
Yeah, stop it, please stop.
They're standing there. Do you want anything? They're just there. I've noticed there are quite a lot of indigenous people in this as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's quite a lot in the compound, and it's just very the vibe is very hippie-ish. John Malkovich has his robe. He's very eccentric. You know what I mean? It's very just very weird. Even when they sit down for their first meal, at the place, they're sat on like these long. Is it triarch? What's the tables that are long? There's a word for it. I can't remember.
Yeah,
trestle or something. I can't remember. But long tables, all set on long tables, and there's you've got your food there, but the bread comes at the top down there, like at the end of the table, a big loaf of bread.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, we're going to share bread. So
by the time it gets to you, it's bloody empty.
The person that gets it, the first person that gets it goes, and you pass it on. Or take a bite. You don't cut a slice off. You don't even break a piece off. You have to take a bite. So she's watching. She's thinking, just like, shit, do I have to bite this? So by the time it gets to her, all the crust has gone off the bread. It's just like a small white piece. And she's like, and passes it on quickly. She doesn't want to do it, but she feels like she has to do it. So there's all these things that you have to just get on with the program. There's a moment in the film where they're getting ready for to listen to the song, listen to his music, and they send someone to her room to jazz her up, to make her look all nice and all that. And at first she's like, oh, okay. Give her a lovely dress. They do her hair, and then the lady comes to her and says she's got a shaver. She's like, okay, when was the last time you were? And she's like, like, what's that got to do with anything? And she's like, oh well, I can't remember his name now, John Malkovich's character, but
Yeah.
she said, yeah, John Malkovich's character, he likes everyone to be, fully shaven. She's like, why? He's like, well,
Oh
it's
my
just part of the
gosh.
experience, and everyone does it. This person's done it, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And she actually agrees to get it done as well. Everyone that goes
Is
there,
it?
Juliette Lewis's character, her boss, they all shave.
Yeah. Oh my
But like, this
god.
is all the mad things that happen bit by bit. So I think from just before this stage, one of the people that went there disappears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so someone's disappeared, and they ask, "Oh, where's this person?" And the sort of lead chaperone is like, "Oh, they're just finishing off with this. They'll be with us soon." And it's a lie. They've been
Someone's gone
taken.
missing.
Something
Yeah.
bad has happened,
Yeah.
and then another person gets sick, and they take her away, and you don't see her again. So bit by bit, she starts getting a bit, suspicious. Like, what's going on here? Why is this happening? Why's that happening?
Yeah.
And bit by bit, we realize that it's a madness. It's like a bit like
Blink twice. No.
yeah, a little bit like that, but also in a bit more weird way. But where that cult movie that had the one with Black Widow.
Yes. Martha
what's her
Macy
name?
Maybelline.
No, not even that one. No, Black Widow. I'm talking about. Not.
Oh, sorry, Black Widow.
Yes, but that's a good film, though. Yeah, that's a good film. But
The Island.
no, it's like they go to Sweden or somewhere, and it's got my girl. That's gonna be Midsummer. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. It's
yeah,
a bit like
that's a mad one.
Midsummer vibes, where a group of people go, and bit by bit, they disappear.
Yes.
This one's not so insidious and dangerous and dark.
Not horror. Is it horror or
no? Because it's got a lot of comedy vibes. So
okay, yeah.
a bit light, but then you realize quickly when shit turns dark, and when you start seeing blood, and you start seeing, okay, this person hasn't got their head on, and you start, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It just hits you, and there's a moment where like people are around her, they're getting stabbed. People are getting stabbed, and she's still sitting down, and I'm thinking,
what's going on?
Do something. And her face is just like, I'm like, shit is getting real now. Don't stand around. Do something.
Yeah.
But it's just it's a weird film. But
is it? So what is it? A comedy? What is it? Comedy? Is it a thriller, or is it all of those? Horror?
It's classed as psychological drama.
Oh, okay.
Which it is, and drama, but then there's also comedy aspects to it as well. There's also like a bit, like just funny bits to it. It's almost like I don't know. The tone is a bit weird, but then it catches you off guard because you don't expect people to lose their heads. You know what I mean? It's just a bit of a weird one. Very weird, but it's an interesting film. It's got Amber Midthunder. She's in it. She was from. She was in. My was just blank. Was she in Prey? She was in Prey, and also in Legion as well, isn't it?
That's it. And she's going to be in Novocaine.
Yeah. In this, she hardly has any words. She's one of the chaperones. Most of the chaperones are indigenous people. She hardly has any words. I know. She hardly says anything. It's weird. Like you think, oh, she's quite a big actress, but she doesn't really say anything. Yeah, she's just there. But it's a weird film, man. It's worth a watch. It's just a weird film. It's not long. It's an hour and a half, roughly. Yeah, hour 44.
So
but
it definitely sounds like it fits in the mold of an A24 movie.
It's an A24 film. Yeah, it's an A24 film. It's a really, really weird film. But good weird. It keeps you £10 million budget. So far, it hasn't grossed a lot. So far, it's only grossed 1.5 worldwide, which is a bit low. But it only just came out. A week ago?
Okay, so
it's only going to go downhill from here, isn't it? So to be honest, if it makes 3 million, it's going to be
That'd be it might not get.
When I saw it, there was 3 people in the cinema when I saw it.
Is it?
Look,
the thing is, it's not even out here, man. So my question then is this a movie for me to watch in cinema, or is this a streaming?
If you want to help to try and claw back the 10 million,
some of the money, then
but otherwise, no. I think you could wait for a stream for this one. To
Okay.
be
All
honest,
right.
yeah, you can
That's
wait for a
interesting.
stream. This, yeah, I think, yeah,
But what
yeah.
about? I'm thinking John Malkovich. I don't remember. I haven't seen him in anything. I mean, he's a great actor.
Mm.
I haven't seen him. Nothing comes to mind that I've seen him in recently.
Same, yeah, same. I keep thinking of Colonia when I think of him, and also being John Malkovich as well.
And
But
John
yeah,
Malkovich,
not
and he was in.
yeah.
He was in this movie called Rounders, which I quite liked.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, like John Malkovich, yeah, he's been around for a long time. He's got that weird kind of
yeah, yeah,
look,
yeah, yeah,
you know, with
yeah.
his face. He can be
Mm,
quite creepy if he wants to be.
yeah, definitely, and he does have that in this because he's a bit of a funny guy, but then he turns, even when he's being evil, he's also being funny, which is, this film just throws you off. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bit of a weird
yeah.
one.
Interesting. All right,
Yeah,
okay. Well, listen up, folks. That is Opus. Go check it out. And if you do watch it, please do let us know what you think. And we can, if you let us know on Instagram, we can kind of speak about it on the show. So, Devaldo, what's
yeah,
coming up? What have we got? What can we look forward to? So, we've got some big movies coming up, I think.
yeah. We've got. I mean, I guess, yeah, the sun's coming out soon, isn't it? And soon, I think, sort of spring. We've got some more big
Mm,
movies coming out. We've got Death of a Unicorn is out next week.
yeah,
That
which
should
is
be
another
quite
A24
interesting.
one.
Yeah, exactly. A24. Warfare is coming out in early April.
Which I 100%
Uh,
want to watch that one.
yeah, need to see that one. That's A24 as well.
Yeah,
A Working Man's coming out.
yep.
You
That's
know,
Jason Statham.
yeah, action. Yeah, so those are I think those are the next ones that are coming out in March. In April, there's a bunch coming out in April, obviously. But yeah, those are the sort of, the first ones coming out in March, I'd say, to look out for. Yeah,
Interesting. Um, I'm just having a look to
yeah.
see if there's anything big. Um, oh, I do want to watch this. This is on my watch list, Deval. The 20th. Oh, it's already out for me. The
What's that?
Return.
Is that the
Odysseus.
yes, Odysseus, the kind of biblical kind of, okay, yeah, oh,
It's
Greek,
got
Greek,
Ralph Fiennes in it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wonder why it's out. Is that out on your end?
Is it out yet? I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
It
It's
might be actually. I
interesting.
haven't checked. I'll check. I don't think so. But
Interesting. I might want to pop to the cinema to watch that one. All right, okay, folks. So listen, look, yeah. So keep it locked with the Flixters. We've got more movies coming up, and yeah, there's going to be kind of like summer, blockbusters coming up pretty soon.
yeah,
So we've got Thunderbolts. That's going to be the big Marvel movie. Oh, sorry, no. And then we've got Fantastic Four.
July, yeah, this year.
So a lot to look forward to, folks. So keep it locked with the Flixters, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
All right, peace out.